What is going on, guys? It's Football Recaps here, and today I am back with another video. But this time, we are finally here for the March Madness events that are about to happen for this upcoming weekend, and I cannot wait. I love March Madness as much as everyone else does, and we are going to make a crazy bracket, or just a normal bracket, or upset some teams here and there, try to make it more realistic. Who knows? For this bracket. So I usually like to do this every year, make a bracket, post it on YouTube, and let you guys see how you guys will react. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it's fun. It's awesome. So as of now, let's go ahead and predict which teams will win and which teams won't win. And yeah, let's go. All right, so let me scroll down. See here, we got all right. Round of 64. We're gonna go through the West first. We got Gonzaga versus Georgia State. Definitely gonna put Gonzaga. Memphis versus Boise State. Honestly, Memphis has been rolling right now, but Boise State honestly is I think may beat Memphis in this one, and who knows? It can go either way. This is just my prediction. And yeah, I honestly don't know. All right, so the next one is UConn versus New Mexico State. Don't overlook New Mexico State. They got the size and the strength to beat a good team that's in a better conference like UConn. But I think I'm still gonna go with UConn in my opinion. But I believe that game is gonna go close. It's gonna be up there. Vermont usually is one of those teams in the NCAA bracket that usually gives fits to teams. But Arkansas is always good on defense, and I think that they are still going to win in that game. Alabama versus Rutgers or Notre Dame, obviously going to most likely pick. I think whoever wins that one, honestly, it could be a closer game, but I still think that, in my opinion, that Alabama will most likely win that game. Texas Tech versus Montana State. I like how Mike Brown, or the new head coach for Texas Tech, is with his team. He's the defensive team, and I think Texas Tech is going to beat Montana State. I mean, maybe a close game because it's the NCAA and anything can happen in March Madness. Michigan State versus Davidson. Honestly, this could be an upset, but I'm still going to go with Michigan State on this one. Now we have Duke. Yes, Duke over here versus CSU Fullerton. Obviously, most likely go with Duke. And so we're going to go scroll down. We're going to go the first round on the east side, and we'll finish up all that, and then we'll go through the other side. Baylor versus Norfolk State. Baylor, of course. North Carolina or Marquette. I got to go with North Carolina. I don't really know how well Marquette is right now, but I'm going to go with that. And, of course, we have St. Mary's versus Wyoming. Honestly, Wyoming could be the upset of this challenge that people will be shocked about. I think they're going to upset St. Mary's. St. Mary's is a good basketball program, but I'm still going to go with Wyoming on this one. Or IU. I think it's Indiana. Oh, wait. Is that Indiana? It might be. But anyways. So UCLA versus Akron. Obviously, I'm going to go with UCLA on that one. Texas versus Virginia Tech. Honestly, Virginia Tech is pretty good in my opinion, but I think Texas with Chris Beard, I think they're still going to win against Virginia Tech. Purdue versus Yale. I think Purdue has a better chance to beat Yale right there. Murray State versus San Francisco. I mean, I don't really watch these two at all, but I believe, I guess I'm going to go with Murray State on that one because I really don't know. Kentucky versus St. Peter's. Obviously, Kentucky. All right, so second round over here. We got Murray State versus Kentucky. I'm going to go with Kentucky. Purdue versus Texas. I think it's going to be a close battle between the two, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Kentucky and Purdue in the, I believe, Sweet 16 right there. All right, so we have Wyoming first, or Indiana, I believe, or UCLA. I'm just going to go with UCLA right there. And, of course, UNC, which is my team. But I still going to go with Baylor. I think Baylor is the better team in this. They're just a better overall team, and I think they're just a little bit better than UNC right now. But it is what it is. All right, so Michigan State versus Duke. Now, as you guys know, that Duke played Michigan State last time about 2 or 3 years ago with Zion Williamson and R.J. Barrett. But you know what? I know Duke fans are gonna hate this. I'm gonna go with Michigan State in this one. I feel like Michigan State is gonna beat Duke, and Duke has been on like a weird run ever since they lost to UNC. That was a great game, and I'm gonna go with that. I know it's a little biased in me. I can't stand Duke, so I'm gonna have to go with Michigan State. It pains me to do that. I'm sorry. I know it's a little biased. We got Texas Tech versus Alabama. I'm gonna go with Texas Tech here. I think they're an overlooked team, and honestly, they can make a run this year in the NCAA tournament. Arkansas versus UConn. Honestly, I think UConn might be the better team in this one, so I'm gonna go with UConn in that one. Gonzaga versus Boise State. Who knows what Gonzaga will do because they always like to screw up in the tournament, but I'm still gonna go with the Gonzaga in this one. All right, so for the Sweet 16 for this one, I'm going to go with Gonzaga. I think they're better than UConn. Who knows? And then we're going to go with Texas Tech. In that one, that's going to be a good, I believe, Elite 8 matchup. All right, so we got Baylor versus UCLA. This is going to be a really good game, in my opinion. I think Baylor's having some injuries here and there. So I think UCLA is going to have the upset in this one. And then we have Purdue versus Kentucky. This is going to be a very interesting game. So I think that Purdue is going to upset Kentucky in this one. All right, so Elite 8, I'm going to put Purdue versus UCLA. I'm going to go with UCLA on this one and make it a little interesting and chaotic. And for this one, for Gonzaga versus Texas Tech, I'm going to go with Texas Tech on this one and be in the Final Four. So it'll be Texas Tech versus UCLA in the Final Four. Make it crazy. This is just my prediction. And it's just, yeah. So that is on the east and west side, or east side, and the west side. And this is for the south and the Midwest. All right, so we have Arizona versus Wright State, I believe. So I'm going to go with Arizona in this one. I'm probably going to go faster for this one now. So we got Seton Hall versus TCU. I believe TCU might win this game. Houston, they're usually pretty good, so I'm going to go with them. Chattanooga, honestly, I'm going to say this is going to be an upset. I know it's going to be crazy. Illinois is pretty good basketball, but I think that Chattanooga is going to upset Illinois, and that's going to be the biggest upset for this year. So Chattanooga is going to be overlooked, too. Michigan versus Colorado State. Going to go with Colorado State here. Michigan's been up and down this year, and they've been kind of struggling as well, and so who knows. Tennessee versus Longwood should be Tennessee pretty easily on that. Ohio State versus Loyola Chicago. I think Ohio State is going to beat Loyola. They're not the same as they were 2 years ago when they made that run. And also Villanova and Delaware. I'm going to go after Villanova. They're always good. And so, yeah, let's go to the Midwest. Kansas versus Texas Southern, or TCC. Definitely going to go with Kansas on that one. San Diego State versus Creighton. I'm going to go with San Diego State on this one. I think they're the better team than Creighton as well. Richmond versus Iowa. Iowa's going to be the better team, in my opinion. Providence versus South Dakota State. I'm going to go with upset right here. I'm going to go with South Dakota State in this upset. They're both the same type of, I guess. Well, Providence is Big East, but I'm going to go with South Dakota State on the upset right here. LSU versus Iowa State. Going to go with LSU, even though they fired their head coach, Will Wade. And Wisconsin versus Colgate. Definitely should Wisconsin. USC or Miami. I'm going to go with USC in that one. Miami's struggling a little bit here and there, but that is just my opinion. All right, Auburn versus Jacksonville State. I'm going to go with Auburn in that one. USC versus Auburn. I'm going to go with Auburn here. And for LSU versus Wisconsin, I'm going to go maybe Wisconsin right there. That should be a good matchup, Auburn versus Wisconsin. We got Iowa versus South Dakota State. Going to go with Iowa. And then Kansas versus San Diego State. Going to go with Kansas right here. And then for Villanova versus Ohio State, definitely going to go with Villanova because they're the better team in general. Tennessee versus Colorado State. Going to go with Tennessee here as per usual. And then Chattanooga, I think they're going to upset Houston. I think Chattanooga is going to be the team to make a run this year and then they'll stop probably against a good team. Arizona versus TCU, going to go with Arizona. And then Arizona will beat Chattanooga, and they'll be in the Elite 8 versus let's see here, Villanova, and I believe Villanova will make it to the Final Four of this year. So we have Kansas versus Iowa. We'll go with Kansas in the Final Four right here, or Elite Eight right here. I'm going to go with Auburn right there. And it'll be Kansas versus Auburn, the 1 versus 2. I believe that Auburn might be the better team this year. I think they're going to go all the way. So I'm going to go with Auburn versus Villanova. Auburn makes it to the finals, and I believe Texas Tech will make the finals. I know this is a wild, crazy bracket. And then Auburn is going to win it this year, I believe. I think they're the best team. Duke may be the best team. I don't really know, or I don't think so. But this is my bracket for the wild Nets, or crazy bracket for this year's NCAA March Madness craziness. All right, guys, like, subscribe. I'm gonna go with Auburn with 81 to 75. And yeah, that is my bracket. Auburn wins against Texas Tech. And let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that was my first bracket. And I'll make 9 more. So see you guys later. Y'all have a great day. And yeah, football recaps here. March Madness is back. And peace out.